Hi everybody, welcome back. Sipsopolis. Wow. Look at Sipsopolis. Holy crap. Lots of big changes. We are doing well once again. We have 4,526 an hour spilling in to our coffers, which is great. We have 202,582 big ones in the bank as well, which is great. And a population of 75,358. Perfecto. Let's go into super speed and get to work. God, it's going to be a productive episode. I have this feeling that this is just going to be like a super productive episode. As I say that, watch, there's going to be like an earthquake and a robot is going to attack and stuff. Great. So, we've made a lot of changes recently. There's still a lot of things to sort out. The Tom Clark Memorial Mega Tower has been giving us lots and lots of issues, but hopefully some of these levels are shut down. We were keeping an eye on some of these to see. Look at that one. My loved ones keep dying. Why? Why do they keep dying? We may never know. But it looks like the actual level is emptying out of people. And now the entire level in that short space of time have decided that they're going to tell all their friends to start moving in as well. We'll keep an eye on that level. It's probably the worst level. That one's closed. Shopping here is really good. According to the 96 people that currently inhabit level 5 of the Mega Tower, out of a possible 1,200. Figure that one out. I have no idea. It's probably not worth keeping these open at the moment because they cost way more than they're worth, even though residential demand, look at that, is just rocketed sky high. I think it might have something to do with needing commercial like nearby the tower. Wow, look at the traffic here. Traffic has really built up in this region as well. It looks like we could maybe do with having another maglev station over here. We have 149 people riding the maglevs every day, which is really terrible. No, according to this, 777 riders per day. We could improve that somewhat as well by maybe putting another station here. We can totally afford to do it, and it would be nice to actually get some use out of the maglev network because it doesn't seem like a lot of people are using it now. Maybe we just put this here, and then connect it up. It's been my biggest bugbear in this playthrough so far is actually getting the maglevs to work and also just losing a ton of money off the back of maglevs too. Look at that. We can just have it go right over top of this and connect up. Is that going to be worth doing? Maybe not, actually. Let's have it come this way so that these places can grow, because I don't think they can grow when there's a maglev track in the way. And we'll just have it snake around here and connect up like so. There we go. We spent a little bit of money on that, but might have been worth it. Certainly worth it to keep people off the roads, potentially, if that's going to happen. It looks like this area has received some sort of little boost from having the maglev station there as well. So that's good. We'll keep an eye on that. Our hourly profits have just taken a bit of a dip down to 2,744 per hour. Not quite sure what happened there. It's probably something to do with the stupid mega tower and the fact that nobody is living on half these levels. The population is growing somewhat on level 3, and level 5 is growing too, apparently. There are people moving in to the Mega Tower now, which is good. As people are scrambling to find places to live in this city, they're sort of opting to live in the Tom Clark Memorial Mega Tower. We almost have enough to build our first high wealth Mega Tower, which is probably going to be just as big of a headache as this one. 224,000. It's going to cost us 2,160 an hour. We have a very high demand for high wealth, and before we place this, it might be worth looking at our land value in the city to see where the best place to place this would be. Probably in and amongst this area here. It needs a little bit more work. However, I'm sure we can just about do it. We can maybe just get rid of this road and place this luxury mega tower here and then see how we go. It's going to cost us a lot of money. We're going to take a big initial hit to our hourly income. But if we make it apartments straight away, hopefully we can make some profits off it straight away and then slowly manage the levels of the mega tower. Sound good? I hope so. God. we could just be plunging ourselves into further debt and lots of more problems. Of course, I said let's get rid of this road. We probably can, actually. We probably can now get rid of this road. We've got this road here connecting directly to a avenue on the other side here. And it might be a good idea to relieve some of the congestion along this road anyway. So we're going to lose a couple of apartment buildings along the way. And by a couple, I mean 6, which of course is going to have a huge impact on our population, which is just dropped by like 10,000 people. 10,000 souls have been lost on this day, much like when the Death Star blew apart Alderaan. And all those people died, and Obi-Wan Kenobi was like, oh shit, everybody has just died, and I felt some sort of like ripple in the Force. It's the exact same scenario that we've just encountered. Great. Well, not great, technically. We're still very profitable per hour, and there's a lot of money in the bank. So let's go for this. An elite mega tower with apartment level. Look at that. Massive populations, apparently. More workers, more shoppers, apparently. And this is, of course, the sort of non-Blade Runner-ish looking. This looks like the Anno 2070 style building. Will it fit in here? Fits just about in here, actually. It's not going to fit down here for some reason. We don't want along the avenue. Up along here is probably perfect, actually. We can connect it up again to one of the avenues as well, directly, hopefully, for one of the side areas, and that should be good. It's down. Look at that. We've done it. A well-to-do with an elite mega tower providing a gleaming home for massive populations of rich Sims. There we go. Haves and have-nots. We just got an achievement that I did not have time to read. Great. Okay. So as soon as this thing comes online, we'll have some expenses and some income. We've made no profits today. We made no profits yesterday, and we have 1 of 8 levels complete, the apartment level being the first to go in. It'll be really interesting to see how this works. I believe it needs to have high land value around it at all times, which shouldn't be much of a problem. We should be able to place some parks and stuff in there, keep the land value of this area up. Wow, look at it. It looks really cool. Man, it's going to look really weird in the skyline as well as it starts to build up. We're going to have 2 gigantic mega towers in Sipsopolis, and that is pretty exciting stuff. These people are not moving out because of sewage anymore. I don't know if you remember a couple episodes ago, or maybe it was last episode. Now I can't even remember. We had a bit of a sewage problem. Freight shipments are not forthcoming for these commercial areas, and it looks like we've got some more industrial demand as well. And that'll be off the back of probably having a lot of low wealth people living in the city right now. What's wrong here? What's going on? No shoppers, no shoppers. Freight shipments and freight shipments. Okay, we have to knock down 8 abandoned buildings, apparently. That's 4. 5, 6, 7, and 8? No. There's one more. There's like a rogue abandoned... Oh, no. Say it ain't so. Not enough freight shipments? I can't believe it. So we seem to have a disparity between how much industry we have in the city and how many commercial buildings we have that we're going to have to address at some point. That's why commercial can't keep going, because there's not enough freight shipments coming into the commercial areas to keep them going from the industry in the city. Kind of cool how that works, but also at the same time a little bit annoying at times. Total profit today, minus 960 big ones. Not bad. We're actually making... an income off this. We're making a profit of, well, it looks like about 300, 240 big ones, which is not too bad, actually. Is anyone actually living in here? We see the first level. Oh, look at that. The first level is very tiny. Look at the level. There's nothing to it. It's filled up, though, with 600 high wealth people already. Look at that. We want park or mall levels. Now, let us do it. Let's get a park level. We've never made a park level, and it would be cool to have a park level. Park level, make your residents happy with a park level. Shoppers will gain happiness when they visit a park level, even if they have no money. Park levels also keep kids off the streets. Great. 20,000 to place, 480 an hour, not bad, and it raises high wealth land value. Let's do it. Fucking, let's do it. A park level for this thing. This is going to be fantastic. It's cost us a little bit to implement, but I think it's going to be worth it. Once it's done, it'll be interesting to see what the land value is like around here. Of course, there's an excitatorium here too, just like randomly on the corner. Did we make one on the other corner here too? I can't remember. Maglevs, how you doing? Are we doing a bit better? 908 riders per day? Not much better. It's hard to tell if this is being used or not. It looks like the evening rush hour is fast approaching, so we should be able to see if maybe placing this stop here has made any sort of difference. Be interesting to see. This has turned into a little bit of a traffic hotspot, actually. How are we doing health-wise? 3 deaths per day, apparently. Our clinic here just beavering away. It's at max capacity. We could probably think about finally expanding it. We've never expanded this. Look at that. 12,000 to do so. No problem, we can afford it. We now have extra capacity in the health clinic. Let us get another ambulance as well, just for good measure. There we go. Health coverage, much better. Hopefully not an issue anymore. We still have issues with zonings because of the demand being so high for residents. Not so much for commercial. We have a lot of commercial available in the city now, but not a lot of demand for it. There's a ton of industrial demand, though, instead, which I don't really want to fulfill, but we're going to have to look at possibly doing that later on. I wonder if we could do with just dezoning some of the commercial that we put in here temporarily and sort of propping up some of these other commercial areas. Possibly? I don't know. We can take a look at that in a sec. Let's see how the land value is faring around. Oh, look at that. Perfect. It's sitting in a perfectly reasonable area for high wealth, and it's thanks to this park level, level 2, the working park level. 4 kids have visited the park level so far, which is unbelievable, actually. You couldn't ask for better. And here, the people that are living in this apartment level, who are medium wealth, apparently, saying that shopping is really good, because apparently shops and parks are the same thing, according to this game. People who want to go shopping but don't have the money to do so will go to the park instead and fulfill all their shopping needs by not shopping. So there you go. That's how it works, or seems to work anyway. And that's what we're stuck with. So great. They're going to the park and they're happy, which is a good thing. Too much sewage here, not enough freight shipments, now hiring. We need to get rid of some of this commercial and maybe replace it with some residential that we're not able to fulfill in the mega tower because of this massive demand. Look, there's a lot of demand. Okay, great. Let's rezone then and do some of it. We'll get rid of these commercial areas down here and replace them with residential areas. And then hopefully that should help some of the other commercial areas like over here to help them build up a little bit. We'll just sort of artificially create some demand. It'll be great. Trust me on this one. It'll really be something else. Can we get rid of like this whole strip here? Not by holding control, apparently. We want to get rid of this. Oh my fucking god. That was completely unnecessary. That was the loudest bang I've ever heard in my life, and actually a bit of shit has entered my pants as well. Great. Vacant businesses everywhere. That's fine. Great. We will replace with... Oh, look at that. We've lost a lot of money from doing that. That's okay, though. We're going to replace this all with residential. And whatever wants to grow here can quite happily grow here. That's fine. Look at that. Look at all these people are going to move in. They have a basketball court already set up for them for their pleasure, for their basketballing pleasure straight away, right off the bat. That's what we like. We've taken a big hit on our hourly income, but that's because we've just gotten rid of about a quarter of the commercial buildings in the city because of the problems that we have with industry and freight shipments and all that kind of stuff. Look at this. It's such a sad thing to see. Such a big, majestic building completely abandoned, and look at people stole windows on their way out too. There's windows missing and stuff. Not the best. We're going to have to tear that one down. We're going to have to tear down these crappy ones too, these crappy buildings that have been abandoned. We don't want people squatting there and doing stuff. There's been a disaster here, apparently. That would have been the large bang, I guess. It looked like the large bang was due to me bulldozing a commercial building, but in fact, no. We've had an industrial incident over here. A factory went kabloom and is now gone. but that's fine. They'll replace it. And look at that. We're already like back in the money big time. Fires, we have one building burned down per day, apparently, the old fire station. How are we doing? We have a couple of trucks. We have 3 trucks. Not all of them are attending fires at the moment. Do we have the bell? We have the bell. They respond quicker. We have the sign and everything as well. We should be okay here. Fine. And how's this doing? Total profit today, minus 2,880. Look at that. We're actually losing money off this now. That level is maxed, and I don't think we make any money off the park level, so we'll probably have to add another level on top to help make some money. How are we doing here now? Level 3. Aha! Look at that. Level 3 is nearly at max population. That's great. What about level 5? How's level 5 doing? Whoa! Level 5 is completely maxed out. Great. Finally. I wonder if that has something to do with the fact that this maglev thing has been put in, because it seems like all of a sudden all those people started moving in. Oh shit, look, there's another massive fire. It looks like that's like a hazardous materials fire in a futuristic looking building, which is kind of weird actually, because I don't think this area is only benefited from a little bit of fucking holy shit futurization because of the maglev station. We could probably do with having like some parks or whatever. Jesus Christ, we're gonna really have to sort out our fire department here. Do we have the we need to get the Department of Utilities next, don't we? That's the thing, isn't it? We don't have any more modules that we can install either. Okay, fine. Department of Utilities it will be then. Well, we'll do that one next. Okay, great. Well, not great, actually. Our factories are burning down like all the time. It's not the best. How are we doing with demand? Still high residential demand. We could maybe think about actually opening up some of the other floors here, such as level... How's level 3 doing now? Level 3 is still filling up. Level 5 is... Or sorry, level 4 is a medium wealth one, which we don't really want to open. It looks like our low wealth levels are doing quite well now. I think this top one is a low wealth. Let's try opening this up and see if we can pack them in. We're going to pack them in and make more money into the Tom Clark Memorial Mega Tower. That reminds me, actually, we've got this new Mega Tower here, which we need a name for. We can't just refer to it as a Mega Tower, of course. It's not the way things are done in Sipsopolis. I think because we have Dr. Phil and Uncle Phil working so hard at attracting rich people to our fair city, being like our ambassadors for the rich in Sipsopolis, I think we should name it after them. Of course, both of their names are Phil, so we could easily call it Phil Towers, or like the double Phil Towers. Dr. Phil's full name is Philip C. McGraw, and of course, Uncle Phil's full name is Philip Banks. So we could also call it the Philip C. McBanks Memorial Mega Tower, even though neither of them are dead. It's a little bit of a mouthful, actually. It's a long name. I don't know if we should do that. Maybe we should just call it Phil. We will just call this Mega Tower Phil because it's much easier. Look at this. We got like this little road here, which isn't connected, and we could actually connect it to there. Should we get like a maglev stop up around here too? Will rich people want to ride on the maglev? I can't imagine that they wouldn't. I mean, I would want to. If I was rich, I would still want to ride on a maglev. Let's connect it all up. Look at that. It's connected there. It's connected there. It can't connect on this side. However, we could just sort of connect it like down to there and replace the road as it once was. I don't know if you remember how the road was, but it did actually wind through here and then down and connect up over here. I think we should do it. I think it's a good idea. Look at that. We just bulldozed down a house that was in the way too. So now these people can actually get down into the commercial area fairly easily. I think access is very good for Phil, also for the Tom Clark Memorial Mega Tower. Good stuff. Excellent. What's happening here? There's been another building fire. This whole industrial area. Oh, these guys need workers. It's closed. They need workers. Okay, so has demand gone down? Oh, shit. I forgot to check on the garbage atomizer and see how we're doing. Whoa, we're almost done. 98%. Oh, that is fantastic. That means that we'll be able to finally, in a minute, tackle this garbage situation that has been slowly developing over time. Okay, great. let's wrap up there. It's been another episode. We've done some chopping, some changing. We've placed an elite mega tower, and we've already packed out one of the apartment levels. Pretty soon we're going to have to make another one. We have enough money to get our garbage atomizer, and it looks like research is going to be done like any minute now, which is great. Look, just as I say it, we can now build a garbage atomizer. So we will do that next episode, amongst other things. Great. As usual, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.